It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That's Ozzy Osbourne with Now You See It, Now You Don't. And that one going out by request to Sal.
Well, there you go.
From the CMS.
Are you a big Ozzy fan or no?
I do like Ozzy. I haven't enjoyed his last couple of releases. Mm-hmm. But I do like the more classic stuff from the 80s, obviously the first two. Well, I'm going to say that I liked I liked all of his CDs all the way up until the one that has See You on the Other Side.
Osmosis?
That's it. That's where it ended for me.
Yeah. I like No More Tears and I like No Rest. That's about it. I don't hate him. I mean, I wouldn't turn it off if it was in the car and it came on. But I don't know, and like Blizzard or Diary or any of those, I think I played them or heard them so much when I was young.
Yeah.
My one buddy, Mike Formick, I used to ride home with him in his car. And he had like Ozzy and Led Zeppelin 4.
Okay.
And that was all we listened to for like 3 years.
That's funny because my go-to back in the day of tape players and stuff back in the 80s, that was the two go-to tapes that often got switched out, that I played a lot. I had other tapes, but the two that were the most prevalent was Zeppelin 4, Doc and Unchain the Night.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Those were the two that I played a lot.
Sure. But you didn't get sick of them.
No, I never got sick of them. And then prior to that, the other one that got played a lot was Journey Escape.
Yeah.
I had that in my car a lot, too.
Hell yeah, you turn that mother, father all the way up and be screaming it as you're rolling down the street.
Well, I'll tell you a story real quick.
All right.
When I was in college in Lima, and we know Lima is a dump.
Yep.
Even though we're going to make a return visit here in a couple of weeks.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, you mentioned at the beginning of the show, and it kind of slipped my mind. This has nothing to do with the subject. Remember, what was it, a week ago we talked about Dee Snider doing the tribute band with Snake Oil?
Sure, yeah.
And I see that, and I said that, one of the people that I wanted to meet, that I would like to meet that I haven't met in the music world is Dee Snider.
Okay.
He's going to be at Loud and Lima.
Oh, you going to meet him?
Well, he's going to play right after Dokken.
Do we stay? I'll stay for D. Is he
going
to be playing those crummy songs from that new record? Or?
I don't know. I just see that he's on the bill right after Dokken.
Okay.
He's playing right after Dokken, and then Metal School or Steel Panther's playing.
I'm hearing rumors that Steel Panther's dropping off of Rockin' Skull.
Really?
That's what I hear.
I haven't heard that, so I don't know. Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Hail and Kill.
Hail and Kill Caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, I'm looking for Neely.
You're speaking to him.
Oh, Stephen Pearcy. What's up,
Oh,
man?
Stephen. God damn it, dude. I was going to have to go out there and hunt you down.
Yeah, I'm already the hunted. The hunted becomes the hunter.
Well, Stephen, you're always a welcome guest on the show. Our fans love you, and we support you in a big way. And,
okay, man.
And so, how was your show in Detroit with Ratt last night?
It was great, actually. A lot of people. We had a great time. It was storming, raining, thunder, lightning, everything frightening. We didn't know if we were going to play, and eventually we did. We walked out on a wet stage, and little complications here and there, but it was all good.
Excellent. Well, Stephen, we haven't had you on the show since February, and obviously I came out to see you here in the Chicago area back in March, and you got to meet Chris in Kent, Ohio shortly after that, and we've been playing the shit out of your Smash record here. Even my fans are ready to choke the shit out of me because I play so much of it.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'm getting ready. My guitar player is already working on the second, the next record for the label, and I'm like, well, I don't know, Ratt. It takes like 10 years, 7 years to do a record. I don't know, but I'm always writing, so I'm like, whatever comes first,
Well, I got to tell you, Stephen, and this is not sucking your dick, figuratively, but I play the shit out of that record every week.
It's a great record. I mean, I've got to tell you, it's a good record. We took a lot of time doing it. It was very conscious. It was very thought out, and it was something I've never done before, and we really like it, and we love playing it live. And I have a show on the 12th with Keifer, and I believe, and then I do a Ratt show the next day, and it's great to do different stuff. I mean, rap music I know like the back of my hand, so it's just how we present it. But my solo stuff it's so left field sometimes, and it's always good to have a change of pace,
Well, the thing that strikes me so much about the solo CD Smash is the influences that you inject in there. I mean, obviously there's a lot of Zeppelin in there. You can hear a lot of Van Halen in there, which I know was a huge influence to you prior to.
And what people don't know, a lot of Blue Oyster Cult and a lot of other Sweet and bands that I grew up on, and there's no denying it. It's like I'm not trying to emulate these people. It's just how I grew up, and what I've learned, So it's very interesting. We knew it right away. Some of these songs, I'm like, oh shit, that sounds like something off of Zeppelin 3. Before the song had a title, we called it the Zeppelin song, or the Aerosmith song or something, or the Van Halen song. I mean, it's just that way, but it's a compliment, more than trying to take their trip, because it's mine, but thank you.
Sure. Well, Stephen, having seen the show in Kent a couple months ago, whenever that was, a few months ago, and having seen you perform, 15 times, all the way back. The first time I saw you was back when you guys were co-headlining with Bon Jovi. So that was, 84 or 85 or something?
That was 86, and they were opening for us, actually.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean
as Arcade opened up for Bon Jovi in '93.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. But this solo touring that you're doing, and I have not seen you since Ratt started again. But just having seen this solo show, it just seems like you're having more fun than maybe you have ever had on stage. You just seem to be a lot more loose and a lot more interactive, where in the old days, I mean, you still walked around and played to the crowd, but it just seems like you're really interacting more with the crowd. Is that indeed the case, or is it just that you're just having a good time these days?
Well, my solo band's a totally different breed of animal. It's more aggressive. We don't know what we're doing at any time or moment. I just told my guitar player Eric, hey, pick a set, and I look at it, and we're way sober up there, despite some incidents, and so it's a whole nother ball game as Ratt. We go out there now, and we're direct drive. Nobody's out there jacked up, and we just concentrate on what we do. Even though I have a really bad knee, I have to have replaced. You guys are hearing it first in September. So I'm shutting down. We're going to shut down all touring in September for a few months so I can get a knee replacement. And but it's just a different breed of animal, the solo and Ratt. Ratt is its own thing, and my solo is another thing. It's more aggressive and just a whole nother thing, which keeps me going. It's like riding the same bike. I like different bicycles. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, definitely.
Like different cars. Different highways.
Right. How much? And this is a personal question. I guess you don't have to answer, and if you don't want to, but how much of you getting yourself clean was about professional versus worrying about your own health, if that makes any sense, because it does seem like your performance is better.
Yeah, well, look, here's how it goes. you know, back in the day, we were given these platinum debauchery cards, right?
Right.
And we used them all up. And at the end of the day, it took one of our peers, our friend Robin, and you know, it smacks you around, but it doesn't kind of, you know, chip the stone there. But you know, in my personal situation, I just said, hey, you know, I mean, how much can you really do? Or you know, I mean, we have children, you know. There's other things in life. It's not just about, you know, sex, drugs, rat and roll. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you get a kick in the ass, and so I decided, you know, a year ago, hey, get your shit together, and it's all whatever. I don't preach it. It means nothing to me. I could really give a shit. Who cares? And whatever. It's my trip, man, and you know, anything goes, and who knows? I mean, it's day to day, and as anybody would tell you, but I mean, I'm dealing with other physical ailments, so I'm in a whole different perspective. You know, I mean, I have to really, hey, you want to, you know, break a leg, or you want to, you know, when somebody says, hey, go break a leg, no, I don't want to. You know, I've done that already. So, you know, so be it. And, you know, so we go out there and we just make it you know, it's a whole nother game nowadays. That's how you stay involved. For Ratt, it's 34 years. For me, I've been in the business since, you know, 79. I don't even want to know how old I am, you know. And so be it, you know. So big. Good question, though.
Well, Stephen, you know, obviously the real Ratt is back out there doing what they do best, and
yes,
you know, it's been highly publicized. I'm sure you've seen the headlines a million times on Blabbermouth or Brave Words or any you know, music news site, and they regurgitate the same line again and again, that you know, the lawsuits and everything with your former drummer. Do you feel any threat at all that this is going to be reversed anywhere down the road at all?
Oh, of course not. No. We've established and retained, and you know, it is what it is now. You know, there's no reason to even talk about it because it's a waste of breath to me.
Good.
You know, it's hey, shit happens. You know. So, you know, we're out there and we're, you know, we're headlining great places. We're playing with some great people, and we're having a good time, and the band gets along. We're talking about doing a record somewhere down the line, and, you know, and it's just business, man. It is a business. You forget about the music business, you know. You have to decipher the two eventually, and that's what happens later in the years if you want to hang out. And me, I love music, you know, whether it's Ratt solo or writing for this and that. I mean, it's just part of my daily thing. I don't think about it. I wake up and play guitar. I write songs, and you know, we go on the road. But Ratt is a lean, mean fighting machine right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I saw you guys. I was side stage at M3. Unfortunately, I didn't get to say hello to you because you guys were sequestered or something. But the crowd there.
We're kept out of the box. We're kept out of the box, man. I mean, everybody keeps us away from anything dangerous, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. But the crowd there, the pavilion there, was absolutely packed, and the you know, the crowd and you know, the performance was absolutely fantastic. I enjoyed, you know, watching it, and it was just like, wow, look at this crowd coming out to see Ratt.
Yeah, we had a great time. You know, it's reestablishing what facade that went out and disturbed it for the last year or something, and we had to, you know, you got 3 other guys who did a lot of everything, and we're saying, fuck this, you know, and here we are, and so be it, you know, end of story. That's shit happens, you know. I mean, you know, I wish I came up with that saying and trademarked it, you know. Maybe Gene did already. I don't know. Shit happens.
Certainly. Now, Stephen, you mentioned a little bit earlier that you guys are already working on another solo record. Does that mean that you're kind of moving past Smash? Because it seems like Smash has a lot more life in it.
I know, but we wrote so much music, and the next record, solo record, I hate to put that before Ratt, but I mean, Ratt's a whole other breed. Like I say, we're more intricate, and you have 3 writers, and with my solo stuff, it's me and Eric, and it's going to be so much more aggressive. I mean, it's going to be way left field. It's not going to be any fun and games. It's going to be fuck off, and I get those ants in the pants every now and then, But Ratt is Ratt music, and it's its own entity, and we have written a couple things, and it's good, and Juan and I are tripping, and Juan, we have yet to get him in the mix, but when Juan and I write, you come up with shit like Locked Communication and all these other great songs,
Sure.
So we're looking forward to that too, but it just takes a little more time with Ratt music.
Sure. Is that because Ratt is... I don't know how to put this without it. This is going to sound insulting, but it's not meant to. Is that because Ratt is a little bit more business than Stephen Pearcy's solo is?
Yes and no, but we just know we have a format. I can't do certain things in Ratt that I would do solo. They'd look at me and go, "Are you fucking out of your brains or something?" And I'd go, "Well, no." But so we have a format, and we know what people want to hear, and we just do the best we can do, and it takes time, it really does take time, and this Smash took a year, if not more, so I expect Ratt to take 2 years, if that's what it takes, and it'll be I don't know if it's our 10th studio record. If it is, well, it better kick some fucking ass, if it's the last thing we do, well, we better make a statement or we're not doing our gig,
Excellent. Well, Stephen, I know that you sometimes listen to some of our nonsense here on the show.
Oh, I love it. I love the show.
And I know Eric, he's a hardcore listener of this show. And you may have heard this or not, but we did a little segment on you doing an interview with this show in Colorado a couple of months ago. And it was some girl from Maryland or something. She's like a psychic or something. I don't know what the deal was. But these guys who interviewed you, and especially this girl who was part of this interview, they didn't know anything about your career. They knew nothing about your music. And it was almost like they had you on their show just because you're Stephen Pearcy and not because they gave a shit about what you do.
Yeah, I know the bullshit.
So what we wanted to know, because we discussed this actually last week, when you do these type of interviews and you get a sense of these people have no idea who I am or what I do, or they're not fans, or they don't give 2 shits about my music or my product, how do you deal with that? I mean, do you go, okay, I'm just going to go into promotional mode now and just give them the standard line, or what do you do as an artist? Because the Classic Metal Show, we support you and your music, and we,
I got to tell you, it's like, it's like me. I'm a different person when I go out there. I flip a switch, and I don't know what the fuck that guy's doing up there. So I do the same with interviews. It's like, well, what guy do you want? And so I can decipher the shit, whether they know or not. And it's, you just entertain yourself, and that's what I do. I mean, I'm not new in the game here, I still have fun, so that's what I do. I fuck with them. Like this, listen, wait. That's my weapon.
Stephen, do you ever just mess with them and just say, yeah, when I wrote Living on a Prayer, I was thinking this, but then...
That would be great. No, I actually sometimes do, but I cut it short. People like you guys that I know, I can say, hey, let's be real. It's still like it is. People like that, I just go, okay, anyway, talk to you later, you know. Without just being disrespectful. Press is press, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I know how to use a penknife myself, you know.
well, Stephen, I've seen a lot of the press out there that you've gotten from, be it your solo live shows or the Ratt shows this year, and you seem to be on an upward trajectory, and you know the reception to your solo release has been great, and your performances with Ratt have gotten pretty good reviews as well. So where do you see yourself right now in life? I mean, are you in a good place right now?
Yeah, I'm having a good time, as my protector here is trying to bite my arm off. But yeah, everything's good. You know, everything's way copacetic, and the guys in Ratt, we're having a great time. The solo guys, I love them to death, and you know, we do what we do, like I say, and it's different. I'm just having fun, you know. I mean, that's it. You know, I'm just you know, playing pool, man. You know.
Excellent. Well, yeah. I'm going to come out and see you this week on Thursday. You're opening.
Oh, cool.
Come. So I definitely want to hook up with you. But yeah, you're just like 20 minutes from my house. So,
way cool.
So I'm going to stop out there and come visit with you for a few minutes anyway, and check out the show. But I've been pumping the new CD Smash for ever since it came out, and Chris can tell you I play the shit out of that record, and
right on.
I've got people in the chat room who just, oh no, not Stephen again, you know.
It's actually, the record actually did very well, and the best thing about it, it's on vinyl, and it's crazy to listen to it on vinyl, and it just blows my mind. It's and younger bands that I, go see with my daughter, who's a photographer, and, like Yellow Card or Sleeping with Sirens or whoever it may be, these new bands, I mean, they're like, oh, shit, this is cool. And I'm like, hey, thank you. It's a good thing. It's a good vibe, man. I'm having a good time, That's what it's all about,
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to see it, and I'm looking forward to the show Thursday. So I hope you get a good crowd and people come out. Now, what kind of a set are you looking at when you open for a Tom Keifer? Because I've seen you on your headlining act. So what kind of time frame do you get? And you got to pare it down, obviously.
No, the thing with Tom, that was a last minute show that came up, and I'm just throwing down Ratt. I could do a Priest, a Zeppelin, I could do Aerosmith. I mean, the thing with the solo band is we just go out there and just beat ass. We don't really care, I don't even know the set until I get up there, In my solo band, Eric does a set. In the band Ratt, we all go over the set. Obviously, it's a different thing because we know what people want to hear and what we think they want to hear, and so it's different with the solo. With Tom, it'll be fun, man. Tom's a great guy. He's fucking a real guy, a real artist, and we just go out there and kick ass, man. I don't look at anything like I'm in competition or I'm, whatever. I could give a shit. It's the same mentality we had back in the day, with Ratt. We don't care. Just don't put us in a corner,
See, this is why we like having you on the show, because you just put it out there, man. So good stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it, brothers. Well, thank you so much, man, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys. Say hello, and let's get it on out there.
All right, Stephen. Well, before you go, I just have one last question for you.
Yes, sir.
The people here who support you and the Classic Metal Show, they started the whole Ratt Lives Matter about 2 years ago. And I know that you've probably run across people, here and there that always shout out or, make some kind of mention to Ratt Lives Matter. So
yes.
So what's your thoughts on that?
Well, it does matter. And I've seen the shirts, and they're amusing.
Good stuff, right?
It's crazy, man. It blows my mind. But, you know, hey, all I got to say is it's all good. It's all good. You know, we're above ground, man. It's all good.
Perfect. Well, Stephen, yeah. I'll let you pick a tune from your Smash release and maybe tell us a quick story, and we'll play it.
All right. How about some okay. Well, 10 Miles Wide, obviously. And it's not a relation. It's a relation with interterrestrial and stuff like that. I got a little outside on that record. And so let's go 10 Miles Wide. It's not what people think. You know, I tried to open up some eyes on that record, and besides have fun. And let's go 10 Miles Wide.
Excellent. All right, Stephen, I'll hook up with you on Thursday.
Thank you, brother.
All right, man. We'll talk to you then.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, see you.
Okay, bye.